So, folks, this weekend is the Progressive International Motorcycle Show at the IX Center. Robert Pena is here, manager of Discovery the Ride, and Crystal Hess is from Motorcycle Missions. How are you?
Hi, really good, thank you.
These are tough crowd here. I've been talking to these guys all morning long. They're a little sassy, a lot of fun. I see this beautiful bike here. Who's responsible for this? Who built this?
Motorcycle Missions. We are a 501c3 nonprofit that builds bikes with veterans and first responders as a means of therapy. So this is our 8th of 12 motorcycle builds we've done. It's going to be one of 5 that we're going to have at the International Motorcycle Show in the J&P Cycles Ultimate Builder Championship this weekend.
So this is great. So the show is at the IX Center. It starts today and goes through Sunday.
That's right.
People go out there, they get a chance to see this, meet Crystal. What else is happening out there?
You know, it's the custom bike scene is unbelievable out there. I mean, and there's all kinds of bikes. This is a Triumph, but there's Harley Davidsons and Hondas and you name it. And what's really cool this year at the Progressive International Motorcycle Show is it's more interactive than ever. You get to ride motorcycles inside the show.
How do you do that?
We've got these awesome Zero motorcycles that are speed limited, and really it's set up for brand new riders to come in and have a chance to twist the throttle for the first time. So you can do that, you can learn how to wheelie, there's activities for kids to get to learn how to ride and everything like that. And of course you get to vote on the custom motorcycles that are all over the red carpet. This is the place to be this weekend. You know, when you're getting ready for Ben's comedy show later on, right?
Yeah, right.
You want to check out some motorcycles. You want to come to the IX Center and check out all the bikes. This is the spot.
So that's a different world. We see the young kids there on the smaller bikes learning how to ride, being introduced to it. And then on the other side of the scale is have what Crystal's involved with the laid out stuff, huh? When you look at the laid out stuff, is it more about how it looks or how it works?
It's a little bit of both. So when we're doing the judging for the motorcycle show, we look at kind of everything, rideability and mechanics and you know what thought has been put into this and finishes and things like that. So it's a little bit of everything. This competition is not one where you are required to ride it before you show it by any means, but when it goes to the championship, it has to be proven. You have to prove that it actually runs and rides before you can qualify for that.
Our styles, like some things are in and some things are out with these things. Like I remember the Easy Rider days, they had the big handlebars and different kind of angles on everything. Does that change over the years?
You do see a change a little bit, but a lot of those trends kind of swing back around a little bit later. You know, you see a little bit of everything on the carpet, everything from sport bikes to, you know, big choppers and some big wheel baggers and everything. This is a little small bobber, so. Yeah.
That's really the fun thing about the show is if it's got 2 wheels and a motor, it's in the show. Yeah. This is the place to be.
It's fun to talk to Crystal here, you know, and it's really changed a lot since I was a kid. You know, you ride out on the streets like Los Angeles, anywhere, and you look at a bike and you look over, oh, it's a lady next to you on a motorcycle, you know. So that whole thing has changed a lot over the last, 20 years also, hasn't it?
You know, the demographics of motorcycling have gotten wider than ever before. We've got more women riding, and that's really what Discover the Ride is all about, is to be as inclusive as possible and to create that really great first experience for motorcycling. The first time I rode a motorcycle, it was through a bush and into a house, right? So, so that informed, you know, Discover the Ride to create that program that's really safe and fun. So even an experienced motorcyclist can bring their non-riding friend or relative to the show, and we'll give them that good first experience.
Yeah, in the old days, the only way you get a lady on a motorcycle is if you had a sidecar.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I don't remember that.
I got that and golden retrievers.
Yeah. But you know, I think the really great thing about it too, I saw all the kids in the videos there. The kids having a great time. They're discovering two-wheel excitement and adventure beyond just the bicycle. You know, bicycle is like sort of the first step, right?
Yeah, you know, bicycling is really the first step, and the opportunity on the Stasic balance bikes is for little kids to sit on those bikes and they sort of straddle and move along, and then we add the throttle. That's something we can do a little bit later on, so they can kind of progress up into it, and it's a fantastic way to get a kid to pay attention, because once they're hooked, man, taking that thing away as punishment, that's like that's a great parenting trick.
Yeah, there's a lot of discipline in there.
Yeah, there is.
And you know what? It looks very addictive too, because the more you do it, the more fun it is, the better you get, and of course, the more beautiful equipment you want to have, right?
Well, it just widens your whole life. You know, there's something about motorcycling. There's the community. There's a common language. Crystal's program brings together veterans and first responders, and there's a language and a bond that happens with people who want to ride, and that's really a huge part of the show as well.
So there it is, January 24th through the 26th. It's at the IX Center. Tickets are only $17, and if you have kids 12 and under, guess what? Mossman prices. They're free. You gotta love that. Hey, still to come, a safe and